here in the Midwestern United States. The temperature is comfortable today. It's in the 70s Fahrenheit, and I'm hearing things about my Seiko SKX models. This is a 173, but they're telling me that the Seiko SKX has been discontinued by Seiko. And at first I was kind of sad about that because they're such a popular, such a good tool watch. It's a professional diver's watch. It's ISO certified and everything. And it's a practical, well, the price is good on them. It's a good watch. But on the good point, and on Seiko's credit, the SKX is being replaced, but it's by a new line of Seiko 5 watches, and they're built on the frame of the SKX. Now there's the bad thing about the SKX being discontinued. This watch is rated for 200 meters, okay, and it is a diver's watch. The watch replacing it, the Seiko 5, is rated to 100 meters, and it's not certified as a diver watch. But the good part of this is the 7S26 movement is being upgraded to the 4R36, I believe it is, which has hacking and hand winding. And yeah, 4R36. So, and it's rated for 100 meters, 330 feet. You're going to have hacking and hand winding on that new watch. And there's 27 varieties of this watch coming out. So this is absolutely fantastic. Most of us, 90% of us, do not use the SKX as a dive watch. Most of us wear it, and you take a shower, you swim with it. Well, a watch that's rated at 100 meters, you can do the same thing with. It's rated for 300 feet. It does not have a screw-down crown, but it's water resistant. And it has hacking and hand winding. And it's just some very beautiful models that are coming out. 27 different varieties of it. So I think we're all going to be pleased with the new line of Seiko 5. And they changed the logo on the Seiko 5. It's a 5 on its side. It kind of looks like an S too. So I believe we're going to love this. I think it's a more practical watch for what people use these for. 90% of people do not go diving in it, so you don't need 200 meters of water resistance. And I believe that this new Seiko 5 line is going to be around in the $280 to $300 range, which is comparable to this, but you're going to have that 4R36 movement, and so that's going to give you hacking and hand winding. And it's supposed to come out like in 9 days, because since I'm wearing my Seiko, I know today's Sunday the 1st of September, and that's why I love the day date function. And but I believe these are going to be a good practical watch, and with 100 meters water resistance, it's going to function the way that most people use the SKX right now. So I think it's a very good move on Seiko's part, and it's built on this frame. The crown is still going to be at the 4 o'clock area here, and it still has the crown guards on it and everything. It looks like the same frame as the SKX, and there's so many different varieties in it. There's the black black dial and the black bezel. You have the Pepsi bezel. You have one that's green like a Hulk. And so many different bands that come on it. I believe we're all going to be pleased with this watch. I think Seiko hit another one out of the ballpark. This is why Seiko is a world-class watch company. They know what they're doing. So they took the SKX that's had a long run. Now, if you want a professional diver, you can still get the Prospect line, and it's going to cost you probably $495, but it's a professional dive watch. And so those watches are still around. But if you want something that looks like the SKX, only with 100 meters water resistant, and with hacking and hand winding. So hand winding, you can pull a stem out for everybody who doesn't know, and you can wind the watch by hand. Okay, plus it's an automatic watch, so you wind it 20 times, and your watch is fully wound. Hacking, you pull it out the last piece, the last catch there, and the second handle stop. So you could set the watch to exact time. A lot of times I set my Rolex or any of my watches, I go to U.S. government time, and it's an atomic clock, and you can set it to the second. And then I can tell, of course, the Rolex, in a week it might be 10 seconds off or less. But, and I've had some Seikos that were that accurate too. But I believe overall, this new Seiko 5 watch is good news, not bad. Because I remember my original diver watch was not a SKX, it was a 6903. And you could still get that model. So 20 years from now, if you want an SKX, you can build one or probably still buy one. They're still around. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. And in the end, remember to keep your watches all wound.